Hello, Royals. Welcome back. Happy Tequila Tuesday. On your way in, make sure that you subscribe, like, and share, and then comment as well. But only comments that are nice and polite. We don't do that shit over here. Gonna have my co-host introduce herself, and then we will get started. Have something to eat, pour a drink, roll something up, light a candle.
I'll say it because it's not a Taco Tuesday for me. Happy Theraflu Tuesday because that's what I'm about to be drinking.
I am not a sponsor. I paid for this. However, it is the medicine. It is the medicine. I'm just saying. How are you feeling today?
Just like I'm catching a cold.
Everybody, hey cousin, everybody make sure that you spring break is coming up and nobody wants to be sick with their children while you're off, excuse me, allergies while I'm talking. With their children while they're off. So start giving them vitamins or doing whatever you can to keep them well. People are ping ponging colds back and forth. Harley has been sick 2 times. I was sick back to back twice. Hilda's getting sick again. Ro is sick. Hold on. Ro is getting sick again. Amir's getting sick. So most of y'all with these little crumb snatchers.
For real. It be them with their little super germs.
It do. And the rest of us, we just don't survive it. So we would like for you to stop. We would like for you to stop. See how that works? Okay. Tonight for our topic, they're all really good ones. So I couldn't think of anything. And then I said, myself said, huh? I said, we always talk about women's issues, but not the men's issues that impact procreation as well. It's their friends. It is. Because they just be like, all of that. They don't wash their hands.
Yeah, as soon as Amir come in the house, as soon as he get off the bus, I'll be like, go wash your hands.
Yeah, Harley goes straight to the shower.
Yeah, and I tell him to take off his uniform because I'll be like, don't get in my bed with that dirty uniform on or nothing. Like, no.
That's really important. Like, for real, y'all. So let me start with this. Let me tell you. So I thought that this was the funniest thing ever. Tell me what you would do if this happened to you.
Bro, I would probably.
Hello, really Jacobia Byers.
Right. Jacobia I would probably really run her over because I would be laughing. Like, now you really got ran over because I'm laughing and I didn't ran you over because you played games.
Now that accidentally took my foot off the brake and I'm rolling over you.
I would have hit her really after that.
So scams are at an all-time high. So for real, be careful of people that jump off curbs. They do some weird things for a check. I don't understand, but if that was me, I would laugh so hard at that lady.
Girl.
And I would get out to help her. I'd be like, is this somebody we need to call for you? Because, ma'am, like, what is wrong? How much do you need?
Girl. You need to be admitted to a psych facility. Let's just say that first.
You are not safe. We need to get you home and off the streets because you're going to get somebody in trouble, man. Like, no. It's the old people too, y'all. I cannot. That was so funny to me. I was like, let me see if I can hurry up and load this. We need a laugh. I have had a day. So that is the first video. Second thing is male infertility. So I wanted to know. That is not funny. What is funny is me. What is wrong with me? Like, I really was like, bro, I can't think of nothing. Give me a topic. And then I don't know why I stopped at the stop sign and I was like, well, something we need to talk about for real is because we talk about infertility, but when we talk about it, it's generally talked about with males. It took quite some time for a lot of things to be covered for women in medical that would aid in reproduction, but they moved straight to giving benefits to those wanting to change their body, but not the benefits a woman needs to produce. And
Mm-hmm.
like I share with you guys, that is when I exited HR because that hurt my heart to the core. I can reproduce, however, explaining to a woman that we can't help you, but we can help somebody become a woman like that, I don't understand.
Girl, giving them other parts and everything. Like,
yeah, and it's covered like that. I couldn't roll.
It's covered. It's
Yes,
covered.
yes. And I don't understand. So I also wanted to know, because we fight for rights, there's no coverage for males either in this particular area, but let me share something. So this is our hot topic. So it's estimated that approximately 30 million men in the United States have that. However, due to the sensitive nature of the condition, many cases actually go unreported, which means this number is, not could be, higher. Did you know that that number was so high? I
But
didn't
now
either.
that I think about it, I could believe it, because just think how many men take stuff now for that reason. Not,
See, I
I was
didn't know
thinking,
that.
yeah, I was thinking they just was taking it just because they nasty and just want to be,
That's what I thought, because it was
yeah,
to go more.
yeah. But a
Hmm.
lot of them, and I think it's even the younger generation now too. But I think
So it is.
it's because all them drugs and stuff that they be doing. But
So
I
let's
can believe
discuss
it. I
that.
think that that's just something, a sensitive topic for them to talk about. So that's why. And then men don't go to the doctor. So even if they
Correct.
did have that problem, they probably won't let them go to the doctor and tell the doctor so he can start getting help with it.
Excuse me. But what is very interesting to me is this is often placed on the woman, and she is wondering why she can't bear children and all of these things, when both of you should get checked. Both of you should be at the doctor. Both of you should make sure that you are healthy, because that swimmer that goes into her carries everything that you have, man. It's you have your child. So if you're not taking care of yourself, the things that you have and that are hereditary and congenital in your family can go to your child. So it's important that you take care of yourself too. I'm being serious at this point. So these are the top 5 um, reasons that he will get this. I don't know if I could say these words. Of course, you can say everything about a woman, but not a male. So, number 1 is physical health conditions, medical conditions such as heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, and hormonal imbalances, which I didn't know men had, can contribute. Also, psychological factors, stress, anxiety, depression, and relationship issues can affect it. Lifestyle factors, smoking, excessive alcohol, drug use, and a lack of physical activity. 4 is medications. So medications for antidepressants, blood pressure medications, and antihistamines can interfere. And then last is age. While it can affect men of all ages, it becomes more common as men get older due to changes in blood flow, hormone levels, and overall health. I didn't know that that it was that men can have hormonal imbalance. I didn't know that. Hey, girl. Yeah, I didn't know that. Did you know? Well, you're a nurse, but did you know that?
Mm-hmm. That's
Oh,
and when most of the times when ladies are having infertility problems, they check the man first. They make sure everything is going on with him, like everything is okay with him first. And if everything is okay with him first, then they go to the woman.
mm, okay. So let's talk about the solutions. Medications can help. So oral medications such as Niagara, some other one I can't prescribe, and some other one I can't say. I'll write it in the comments. Look it up yourself. Sorry. Um, Lifestyle changes, improving your overall health by maintaining a healthy diet, exercising regularly, stop smoking. That includes the cigar. Cigars, men, just so you know, that can be anywhere. A black and mild is 20 cigarettes, just so you know. um, quit smoking, and moderation of alcohol. I don't know. Is there alcohol that's good for men? Like red wine is good for, is it just good for women or is it
I
good for
don't know.
overall?
Yeah, that's a real. I have to Google that.
Okay. And then counseling. Men get therapy. Um, Therapy or counseling can be beneficial for addressing psychological factors such as stress, anxiety, relationship issues, and this includes any relationship that you have, including unresolved issues from being a child and possibly being a victim or anything like that. But men, you need to talk about these things for your overall health.
Mm-hmm.
Vacuum devices. They have vacuum devices. And then the last resort, surgery in some cases where treatment has not been effective, you can get surgery. So there are answers out there that you can go for. I mean, realistically, men, let's talk about this for a minute. Women have to go. Well, we used to be able to go every year. Now we could only go every other year unless you want to pay for it. To spread your legs for somebody to go in there and
Right.
tell you all of these things about your body. We can get things just from sitting on the toilet, not using the right soap. You don't think those things are embarrassing to us? Things that some of y'all pass on to some of us that we like, I can't
But
even explain that.
some women don't care. Like me, I'm gonna go anytime. I don't
Heck
think
yeah, I'm going, but I don't like it. The
I don't like it either. But I
That's the
really love
point, is that we don't like it, but we still go.
Yeah,
So
we
they,
still gonna go. I'm not about to be sitting around being uncomfortable or nothing.
mm-mm.
I would buy the stuff to look my own self. I remember my
Yeah,
gynecologist.
I've heard of some people doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not that progressive. I go, however, I don't go every other year. I go every year because of my age. But I always have, ever since I started having back problems, taking medication, when I introduced other things into my body. And then when I found out that I could not use birth control, then I did for sure as well, because it's something that's rejecting things in your body. I can't use certain soaps. I can't do a lot of
Yeah.
things. And so for me, that means something in your body is rejecting this if everybody else can use it. So I just want to make sure that I'm fine. But I do go. That's the only way to detect things early. Even with breast cancer, men, you can get screened for that as well. You can get all of the tests that other people can get.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a secret, right? This is a secret. You ready? When they ask you if these things are in your
Your
family,
family. Yep.
say yes. That way you can get, like, I've been able to get mammograms early because I was like, yeah, it's in my family. What I appreciate about my doctor is I actually learned that from my doctor. Again, once I had back problems so bad and then nerve damage, you don't know what other things it could impact.
Mm-hmm.
And I love my doctor so much because she cared about me as a person. She's the person I had since I was a pediatrician. So if it's anything that she could do to maneuver an early test, or if I just don't feel well, she even got it where I can get my blood work every 6 months. So that's why it's really important to go in and be very honest with your doctor and try to stick with the same doctor. So I'm being very serious. That's important. More than just reproducing, you want to make sure that you don't hurt yourself and then you don't give these things to your children because it's not their fault. Um,
Y'all always know all the code words to say. I know they probably like, this is girl, you lying.
because you
That's
work in medical. That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
You have a tip for us?
You just said it. I said I do that all the time. I do that all the time. I know what, girl. I even know what to say when you go to the ER, but I ain't gonna do that because I do understand the ER is out of control now. But I know what words to say to make you seem right away and all kind of stuff. But
Right. But hopefully, if you need any of these things, you can also call your HR person. You can call the hotlines and do it over the phone so they don't see you directly. There's too many ways to do it now to get the information that you need, if you're too embarrassed. But most of you aren't too embarrassed to bend it over, spread it wide, be free, try new things, do all those things. So Really don't understand how you're embarrassed to be an adult.
For a doctor to look at it and all that. Like, come on now.
After you done put it in everybody and their mama, but now you don't want the doctor to look at your little wee wee. Okay. That's going to be gone if you don't take care of it. But that's just me. Do as you please. It's your business. So, the other topic. That was one, erectile dysfunction, 30. I had no idea it was that many. The other one is, does anybody ever think about this? So remember the guy that sued his wife for when she had kids and the kids came out looking like her original face? This is what I was thinking about, because now the numbers are starting to reverse on men that like plastic surgery, and it's all these platforms on TikTok talking about, no, we want original bodies, this and that. Did anybody ever think about that baddie that you picked, that her body is literally out of a machine, and then you have a daughter with her, and your daughter come out with a big back, flat ass, a belly. She comes out looking like the mother? But you talked about these women that look like this. Now your child looks like that. Do people think about plastic surgery, Catfish?
I don't think that they do, because they just look at, men are visual. So I don't even think they thinking about the future and all that. They're visual, so they're not thinking about, but my baby ain't gonna look like this. I don't think that they think that.
Then why does the number reverse? And what do you think is making the actual mother? Exactly, Lex. The actual mother. I'm not talking about she gained weight and now she looks different. I'm talking about her actual body and their mama's actual body.
They don't think that far. They just.
Then why do you think the numbers is reversing then?
The numbers is reversing for what?
Men that want the Instagram model, whatever. Now they want the girl that don't have on no makeup, that you see her and it's her real body.
They say all the time, even they will say like they want to have relations with those girls, but they really like natural bodies. But I just find that hard to believe, because
nobody in entertainment is married to anybody with an original body.
It's very few. I mean, very, very few. I'm trying to think who is LeBron James' wife.
And to be clear, I don't mean like a tummy tuck or removal of skin or something like that.
Butt, or you didn't get no BBL. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, or bigger breasts, or your nose, or
she the only one I could think of right off back is LeBron James' wife. Let's see.
Because if you think about it, okay, Shani and Shaquille's daughter.
Oh, Shani did it. Yeah, Shani.
And even Snoop's daughter was getting cyberbullied. She was getting cyberbullied really bad for being plus size. You didn't see that?
Bomb.
Yes, she has original, but she is a celebrity married to a celebrity. But yes, I do like her body for her. Steph Curry.
Steph Curry vibe, yeah. I just think that like me and Alexis said, they don't think that far ahead. They saying that, but y'all still gonna do everything with them and all that. And that's just pure point blank. They like the visual, but they'll say they rather have somebody that's all natural. But y'all don't act like that. Y'all worship these other women with these fake bodies. Y'all literally worship them. So what would make a woman that's natural think that they would even have a chance? Because y'all don't, except for people like Tiana Taylor, but her body is just, it ain't too many people like her. Oh, Sierra.
Sierra. But that's not the question. The question is with their offspring, how do they think that's going to make,
I think they do.
Snoop's daughter right now is going through it really bad. And how do you soothe your own daughter? Well, and I'm using Snoop as an example, but to be clear, as a caveat, I've never heard of him being like that. I'm just using an example of how you have kind of the perfect wife, and then Snoop is really small. The boys is perfect. And then the girl, she's perfect to me too. She's so pretty. But the dude that proposed to her, he was the fine dude in Long Beach or whatever. So when she came out and he proposed to her, people came for her because she was plus size and he was too fine. He only wanted to be with her because that was because yeah, how are these men going to say something different than I'm sure they've heard around their house all their life? Because now it's time for them to be fathers to girls that age. How do you help them? I agree to Lex.
I have no idea because I'm trying to think of somebody that kids look different than their mama right now.
How would that make you feel if you heard your dad talking about, or a male that was important to you talking about women really badly, and then you looked in the mirror one day and that's how like you looked?
You know me, I'll probably say something right then. If I feel
You
like,
cuss
so
your own
what are
daddy
you
out.
right? Is you trying to talk about me? I don't know how I would feel if I heard that. I honestly do not know. I would have to be in the moment. But for the most part, nobody can really hurt my feelings because I already know my flaws. So it's like you telling me something that I already know about myself, it don't hurt my feelings. I already know that about myself. But a lot of women are not like that.
Right. I think it
So
would hurt my feelings if I heard my uncles talking about fat women all the time, and I'm a little girl and I'm plus size and I'm looking like, does that mean that I'm ugly? If you don't
well,
think,
that's probably gonna make that.
but they never did. I'm just saying as an example. Never ever did
Probably
they.
gonna
They
make
actually told
that.
me I should be a model.
That's
That is an effed up feeling.
yeah. That probably will make the little girl probably start trying to starve herself and all that. If that's somebody that she looked up to and she see that they saying that, you have to think about it. They'll start feeling, especially this generation.
True,
They're
it
so
causes anorexia.
mm-hmm.
When people going through anorexia, bulimia, those type of things are asked why, it's because their parents was hard on them about losing weight.
Or they always hear, like you said, somebody close to them that they love talking about plus size women or something like that. So they feel like, okay, I can't be like this person that they're talking about. So let me starve myself. Let me not eat in front of them, but I'm gonna eat hella
So you
stuff.
eat them more away from them.
Yeah, away from them, but in front of them, let me just take a couple of bites.
So today, Armand, I was watching TGIF, and the old picture of Lizzo came up when she had her butt out. And Candace Owens was saying how it's a horrible representation of us, blah, blah, blah. And of course, everybody agreed, but they also said this was a long time ago. So to bring this up, I agree with you when you write. I agree with it then. But if you were trying to drive a point and prove a point, why did you have to resurface that about her? Number one, she's lost weight. And no, number one is 5 years old and she hasn't done anything like that in a very long time. She's grown. People have the right to grow. You get older, you get wiser. And then two, she's lost weight and really been on a health kick. So to me, that was another grab for Candace Owens. But Armand, that's disgusting, blah, blah, blah. But if anybody says anything about
the
exactly
letters,
that community,
yeah,
then
and the
it's
letters.
horrible. But here was the caveat. Then it came up about Kanye sending his clothes to a influencer or whatever, and then going off on him. And they was like, the comments was like, he needs to worry about his wife and how she's dressed. And he was like, if you got it, flaunt it, you should do it. Don't you always say keep that same energy? So it's not appropriate anywhere. That girl been giving head, doing all kind of stuff in public. How is it okay for her because she is small, but it's not okay for the one that's plus size?
And
I
to
think
me,
she's
she looks.
disgusting.
I was just about to say, to me, Lizzo looked nasty and Kanye West's wife looked nasty too. Neither one of them looked cute in what they was doing.
Correct. They're both. That was two ends of the spectrum that's really bad.
Like neither one of them look cute. I think that.
But
and
he
I feel
said we
like
was jealous. He said you have to be jealous to say that. If you got it, flaunt it. You just mad because she's 25 and doing that or whatever like that. Angela Bassett's body look better, and if she walk out on a beach looking like that, we
Right.
could like do your thing. But walking down the street, oh yeah. Cousin said my uncle talked about talked about stretch marks, and I never showed my arms again, and he's the reason why I got them. Yeah, he gave her the wrong workout plan that hurt her, and that's crazy. Hi, brother. Most of the he's a girl dad. He's a girl dad. Um, Most little girls who grew up with a father or father figure that tells them they love them and they are beautiful, they don't seek that verification when they get older. I can attest to that because Ro knows I've been plus size my whole life, but I've never been insecure. I've never felt like I wasn't beautiful other than PMS time or regular time. But I mean, really felt like I wasn't beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've I've had the same feelings as other women. When you walk in and you feel inadequate, or you don't feel it that day, that is across the board. I need everybody to know that. But could anybody ever tell me, "Oh, you fat," anything? Okay. Like it didn't bother me, but
That's
that
what I'm saying.
came,
You already know that, so telling you
yeah.
that is
And I
not gonna.
still knew that I was pretty, and I
Yeah.
still knew that I just wasn't for everybody, but I also knew that everybody wasn't for me. So I don't, I mean,
But
that's
I feel
very
that's
true.
why Lizzo. I feel that's why Lizzo was pulling them stunts back then. She must didn't. She
It
was
was for
saying like,
marketing. So Al has said that when she first tried to come out, like she wasn't catching or whatever. So she kind of did a social media thing where she got in the negative way, kind of like all the other girls at this
oh, the
point.
other one, yeah.
Yeah, and she did it and then threw her music back out there, and look what happened. It worked in her favor. Now she's scaling it back, and we really don't see that from her. She quickly turned her thing around, but he said he thinks it was for marketing, although very extreme. But yeah, it definitely matters, especially with little black girls, because little black girls may not have the longest hair. Little black girls, unfortunately, they may not have the butt that they're supposed to have because they're black. They don't have um, the bright color skin. They don't have, it's, we get picked apart. It's everything from the top of our head, literally to the bottom of our feet, that if it doesn't fit a particular mold, they pick us apart. So for me, do I think everybody is beautiful? I do. Do I think everybody is attractive? No. But do I feel like that's my right to tell them, I'm not dating you, I'm not marrying you, I'm not having anything with you? Why do I need to tell you that? That's why. Why? I don't understand why that opinion for me is necessary. Now, if you're doing strange shit for attention, as my mom would say, you knew that was gonna make you have attention, like Lizzo
Right.
wearing her butt out. Now you knew everybody was gonna. The first thing they're gonna call you is fat, so you should be prepared. So with her, I didn't understand how she did that stuff, and then right behind it, she would go on crying. I would be like, I don't know what you thought was gonna happen.
I
Like
didn't
your
know what
tail
I
is
thought
out,
either. I was like, I mean, you doing this knowing that you're gonna get backlash. If they
right?
couldn't pay me enough to do that, I mean, I guess at the end I don't know. It's just
At a
some stuff.
basketball game though, Ro, and then you specifically turn around. Her butt was her butt on the seat. Did you even have a cushion under your butt, girl?
No, the regular girls that got BBLs don't have cushions under their thing, and they be just like that. They be naked.
No, I
Just
mean with your butt on the seat. Like,
I
cause
know that's
her
what I'm saying. Nobody don't have nothing on their seat. Just think how many regular girls dress like what Lizzo have on. Not exactly like that,
oh,
but you
but
know most of
short
them have
dress.
dresses or they have see-through outfits on and where they just got pasties on in G-strings. So it's still the same thing. They ass is still on the thing. Most girls dress naked now. They dress like they have on bathing suits with a sheer cover up on. And that's their regular attire, if you think about it.
Bro, that's nasty.
So Lizzo just did it to where her actually out, but everybody else's is the same way. They just got a sheer covering over it.
Well, yeah. sheer, and then their
They're not
G-string is showing or whatever, but
exactly, and we don't
it's
know if Izzo
lace.
had on stockings under there.
She didn't.
I'm like, did she have on some? I don't know. It ain't cute to me at all. Like what she did, but
From
I guess
any size, I don't like it.
yeah, it worked in her favor. So I mean,
So, could you date a man that had erectile dysfunction? Wait, real
Lord,
fast before
I
we move.
don't know.
Lizzie feels like the things she wear, if a smaller girl wears it, then they'll say it's cute, rather big or small,
That's
no
true.
matter who's wearing it. Exactly, brother. That's what we just talked about. So on TGIF, the guy Armand was saying that she's disgusting. She shouldn't have did that. Blah blah blah. But then when they brought up Kanye's wife, he was like, "Y'all just jealous. If you got it, flaunt it. Her body looks amazing. It's so slim. She looks sick, but that's her business. But if you're comparing the two, they're both exactly the same on the far ends of the spectrum. The things that that girl is doing in public, and she's somebody's wife instead. Well, she's a woman. Period. You don't even need to go to somebody's wife. I agree.
Right.
It's not. And she was in other countries doing it, getting in trouble and everything. Like, what is wrong with you? You know that paparazzi is following you everywhere, and you literally in the open going down on your husband. Can you do that if you want to? Absolutely.
I don't
In the
think that she
privacy
really
of,
even wanted to do that. I think that's all Kanye's antics. I don't think that that lady wanted to do that.
she always looked like we
Like
thought
she's a
Cassie looked like a puppet. She don't ever. I don't think she want to do that stuff either, Ro. She
yeah.
don't look comfortable.
Who would be comfortable with that when you know the paparazzi is always following y'all and everything, and you doing that? I don't care if that's your husband. Like it's a time and a place for that. I could see if y'all was
That's
on
why her
live.
dad called to check on her. Did you hear about that? Her dad called and wanted to check on her and speak to her directly and know she was okay a couple weeks ago. Did you hear about
Oh,
that?
did he talk to her?
I don't know. But that's a big deal. How do your dad not be able to contact you all the time? What do you mean he's trying to contact you? And why is he worried about you that he have to contact you? That means this is out of your norm. Your dad is worried about you? Can you imagine mommy being worried about you and having to call the house and ask to be connected with you? Mommy would be on her way.
Girl,
That doesn't even make sense. Because my mama, baby, she'll kick your whole door down. Like that doesn't, girl, blink twice if you need help. I'm not
she
a,
need to
mm-mm. We even do events. So in our production company, the events that we do, they are adult entertainment things and stuff. And while I don't care what nobody else wears, that's not my business. I'll do things within reason. Like I'm still not gonna have my butt out, but I'll wear something sheer, but I'll wear like the boy shorts under. So then it's still covered, or I'll wear something low cut, but an inch above my areola. Like I have these things that I just
it depends where I'm
mm,
at. Like if I can go
yes.
somewhere, like I love sheer. I literally love sheer. And when I was in
And I'm
Miami,
supposed to do it because we have them. If I was walking in by myself, I wouldn't. But because I have my male bodyguards and stuff like that, my partners, then I will do it. But going out by myself, no, ma'am.
oh no, I
I'm not.
wouldn't do
It's
it
not
when
safe.
I'm by myself either. But I'll wear it. It depends on where you at if that's okay. But I'm not just about to be going to the store with no sheer on and panties and bra under it or something like that. So it's a time and a place for everything.
It is. What do you know that our girl Seek I don't even know how to say her name, but people are really going in on her. Like once the internet turns on you, then that becomes the narrative. We've been watching her for
Who?
how long? The girl, the light skinned girl hey y'all, she eats and her husband be there with her all the time. She like, what you think about it, babe? From
The big
Alabama.
girl?
Hmm.
Oh, I don't know her name either, but I know who you're talking about now.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's getting progressively like worse. But it's so crazy that like people didn't say anything before, but once somebody says something, which is why she was probably really mad about that video that nurse made out of concern. Now everybody just keep going in. But I'm like, do y'all see the other people doing mukbangs? Or like the next one I flipped to was an Asian girl, very small, but she had a table full of pastries and she was eating them in one bite, just back to back to back. It was nobody on her stuff saying anything.
Because she's skinny, but that's what I be saying. You could be skinny, and after that video is up, you don't know if it's edited or what. She probably gonna throw all that stuff up.
You think that, but either way, it's not healthy. Can you tell the people they don't get it? Your size does not determine your health. You still have to worry about your health. You do. We know somebody who just passed from liver and kidney failure. He's been small his whole life, never really drank, didn't smoke, worked out. He's no longer here. But that doesn't, it's not good to overeat all the time. I'm not saying that at all. Those are bad things to do and to put into your body, but it's bad across the board. It doesn't matter if you're a kid and you'll grow out of it. No, you're teaching that kid these badass habits at that point and then being mad later when they can't break them, or now you've caused them to not be able to break them. Now they're addicted to food or think they could eat however they want. And then you can't. You turn a certain age and now you start gaining the weight, or you have diabetes very young.
That happened to me.
It happens to most of the people that I know, which is why I'm really nice to the ones that didn't call me fat.
Right.
But the ones that did, I'd be like, ooh.
I was super skinny, and I remember everybody used to be like, it's gonna catch up to you. I would eat, and that's my thing. It's always been carbs, sweets, and bread and stuff. And I'd be like, whatever.
You still didn't overeat.
I didn't overeat it. That just would be my favorite. But I used to be greedy. I remember I would get cakes and stuff, or if my boyfriend would buy me cakes and stuff, they would buy me a whole cake. And Shatia and LaShawna would be like, can we have some of your cake? I'd be like, no. And I got a whole cake and everything. No, y'all cannot have none of my cake. Like, I was just so greedy. And everybody used to be like, you're going to get fat when you get older. And I'd be like, okay. But I didn't start gaining weight till I was like 32. And it just seemed like it just came on with the vengeance. I'm like, dang. Now I got to watch what I eat. And I still love.
It was the alcohol for you.
Yeah. It was like, and that's why I thank God too. When I got pregnant, I thank God took that sweet craving away from me. Because I was like, I'm going to be 400 pounds. And I was so happy that God took that craving away from me. All while I was pregnant, I did not like sweets.
Take it to the altar, baby.
Yes, I was like, thank you, Jesus, because I already knew. But that is true. When you small like that, that don't mean you healthy at all.
And out of all my sisters except Danielle, I eat the least. Danielle eats like a bird. But I eat the least. They all eat way more than me, even before any surgery, any injury, anything. They all eat more than me. I have never been capable of eating a full plate of food. Girl, but my problem is bread. I love bread.
I can still eat bread. But if I eat 3 or 4 pieces of bread, I can't eat my food. Because already I
can't eat one piece of bread.
Alcohol and all that stuff too. But when I was skinny, girl, I was eating everything. I don't know how I could eat that much.
I don't know how y'all ever ate that way. I used to look at y'all in amazement. Like, I can't even eat and drink at this. I have to choose. If I'm going out for drinks, then I drink and I just nibble on my food. But I cannot eat and drink at the same time.
Still now I can eat and drink. I'm gonna have a lot of drinks, but I'm gonna eat too. But I try not to get full on the bread or whatever. But it depends on where we go. If they got good bread, it's a wrap.
Like Bass Pro Shop, they have the best bread.
No,
that bread is so good.
At this it's this steakhouse in Las Vegas, and I love bread. I would say by far that one has, I think it's called Francisco's or something.
Wait, it's called what? You're cutting in and out.
My birthday. Francisco's.
Okay.
And they give you like this little loaf of bread, but it tastes like it's sweet and salty at the same time.
That's how Bass Pro Shop is. And then the butter you put on it's got sugar in it.
Oh, Yes. I'm like,
Y'all, that used
I
to
don't
be
know
my
how
favorite
they.
snack when I was a little kid. I put butter and sugar on the bread and then just cook it in the pan.
And then it tastes salty too. It's like salty and sweet. I'm like, how did y'all
It's
put
a
these
PMS
together?
dream.
Girl, I was eating that so much. I was like, oh my gosh. I couldn't eat my food when it came out because I ate so much of that bread. But all of us was eating bread. Like I said, this is the best bread that I have had. And I like bread at a lot of places, but I'm like, this one right here, can I have something to go? And then I was like, you know what? Don't bring me nothing to go because that's just really being greedy. I love it. I love bread.
So, bread and alcohol have the same
Right.
bad effects,
Right.
just so that we're clear. Just so we're clear. So, if you're going to eat those things, make sure that you know what your body can take. Also, now that they have advanced technology where you can get your eyes read and stuff, take your kids to do some of the same things that you want done as well so you can learn very early for them. Like,
Mm-hmm.
who would have ever thought that seafood was impacting my body like that? Like, y'all saw it. I posted it. The doctor said I had enough salt in my body to, what did he say, kill 7 elephants? Do y'all know it's time for me to go back for my 1 year checkup? My eyes are actually lighter, like he said. My eyes are lighter. My ankles have not swollen. Now that I
Oh,
knew
that's
that,
good.
I switched my diet. But I was literally eating seafood and chicken, thinking I was making my body better, and the seafood was technically killing me. It was giving me migraines. I was retaining all of the salt and all of the bad
Yeah.
things that's
That's
in
why they tell you
shellfish.
to use like when you eat seafood and stuff. Well, even regular, but seafood is real salty. Like use Mrs. Dash. But I tried that
But
and
they said he said that's before you cook it. He said shrimp, even before you cook it, has a lot of sodium in it. And that's what I was eating, bro. Crab legs and shrimp all the time because that's what helped me to lose weight. It did, but it also that's when my migraines increased. And if y'all go back to some of my videos, even on Queen TT, you'll see me squinting, and I wear contacts so that I could see. I would have to put my glasses on over my contacts like 2 or 3 in the afternoon because I couldn't see anymore. I wasn't playing with you guys when I was saying my head hurts so bad I can't see. Um, it was really that bad, but to know that it was natural things out there that could help me. Um, I think it's really sad that the medical industry doesn't tell you the things that can help you because they bank off of helping you after
for the rest of
versus,
your life, they just do stuff
yeah,
to help with the symptoms. They're never going to do anything that'll cure anything.
it'll never cure you. My nerves will never be better. And I have had surgery here. I've had surgery here. I've had surgery on my back. My nerves will never be all the way better. They actually need to come all the way up here. And for 18 years, it was, oh, you need to lose weight. Oh, you need to lose weight. Soon as I lost weight, it turboed into what was wrong because, they don't believe you. I worked out almost every day. I did Zumba. I did Taibo. I did all of these things when I would go hard, which was quite often. But they don't believe you because you're not losing weight. I was never going to lose weight because of the foods that I was eating and what it was doing to my body. But once I lost weight, then they believed me when I could not walk anymore. Then I got the surgery. But what hurt me was getting
Oh Lord, girl, I just
that's
have to be.
what my sister told me. She like, Asia, at this point, you have tried everything. Now, the one thing that has not gone away is my insomnia. I know it's because I have several things that are going on and they keep compounding. I will say that my stress is even better because I've had to. So when somebody passes away, our next one is going to be on grief. The way that looks in your life is so different. Sometimes you have survivor's remorse.
Mm-hmm.
You just wish that you could have went instead of the other person, and it's a hurt every day. It's a lot of things. Well, we know that I just keep losing people, and for a while they were all younger. For a while, a lot of their names started with an A. For a while, a lot of them was January babies. So those things I internalized. So my insomnia was not getting better like it should have. But those things that are on the screen, I'm leaving it up here for a reason, actually really do help. There's a whole retreat you can do with that second word where you go, it's a whole retreat. It's guided by, with the second word. It's guided by a doctor. It's a spiritual journey, and you go and they help you to release some of those things that are, and I've heard it's really good. It's like $3,500 up north here in California.
Girl, it better work.
Huh?
I said it better work if it costs that much.
Right. But I've really been thinking about doing it because in addition to COVID, I had a lot of things happen at one time. And it's
I just can't see myself do. I'm gonna be out there.
I'm scared though.
Sending me to the hospital.
Why are they gonna send you to the hospital? The first word or the second word? The first word. There's a liquid one that Kasha had gave me one night.
Bro,
she gave it to me. Here, take this shot. I was like,
I took the liquid one before, and I didn't read the directions. This is when I was working up north in Humboldt County, where they got all the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, tripping. I was standing out in the rain like one of them horror movies and everything. Like
I was knocked out.
Girl,
it knocked me out.
It tastes so good. It tastes just like
a shot.
Oh, mine was the lemonade. I had bought the lemonade.
Maybe Kasha made a shot with it, but it was a
it tastes girl, and that's what you're supposed to do. Just sip on it, girl. That's why I'm saying I can't deal with that. My body just is not made for it.
Well, mine is okay, and that shot worked. However, it put me to sleep so well that I also have a fear of being too asleep. She just gave it to me. I didn't know what I was taking. She gave it to me. I slept so well that night. So after that, we called her Cosby. But I'm grateful that she did it for me. I was grateful. I trust her. I trust all of them. If they would have gave it to me in a controlled environment like I was, because I needed it at that point, I had slept for a week.
Well, if you need to take him up on his offer.
That's my brother and my bodyguard and my business partner. He talking about give him $100. Last time I listened to him and got that damn honey, I almost got pregnant. Not listening to him.
I need to try that honey. Y'all just told me something.
Oh, baby. It's good. And it tastes good, actually. It's one of those things that you keep. Be careful. Because it's good. I don't like honey. And that one tastes good. I don't like honey. I hate the way it smells. I do not like honey. I don't know why. But that, I was like, oh, let me just take a little bit of it. I was like, hand me the rest. It's good. No chaser needed. Suck it right out the pack.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. No, I don't need to pay you nothing. You need to just be helping me because I be running into brick walls. It's impossible that I'm up with all of y'all and all of y'all are up on different shifts.
Girl.
And don't be trying to get in my good graces tonight because I'm mad at you too. But yes, there are things that you can try. And I think that even works for erectile dysfunction as well. But ladies, be careful with things like that because it can actually make you dry.
Oh.
So not those. I've heard the first word. The first word in this sentence, some women, it makes them dry. But also, like we just said, some drugs make men underperform. So watch, if your man can't perform, it's not him. Honey mixed with a little pineapple juice, Red Bull, and tequila.
What the hell? No.
That's why nobody remembers that night. That's why. That's why nobody remembers that particular night but me.
I'll be like, I can't take that ride with y'all. Not no pineapple, Red Bull.
But we're always safe. So our Airbnb was literally up the street and around the corner. we caravan. We were all, everybody that was driving was good. It was just around the corner. So, well, not just around the corner like that, because 2 of my accidents was just around the corner. But we had good drivers. And then we continued when we got to the house. So everybody was safe. But do things like that responsibly. I'm just saying, you don't want to be like that lady and have to be in front of, you don't want to be like the lady. Okay? You don't. You remember the lady?
Girl, that had to be fake because who was recording?
All from that angle.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was a dash cam, that would have made more sense. No.
Yeah, but it's still funny though.
It's very funny. Or somebody caught it with their Ring camera, because baby, some of the things I catch, I'm like, this suburban neighborhood is very interesting why you guys talk about us, just to be clear. Okay? Because somebody's girlfriend came the other night on Saturday and she was laying on the horn at 2 a.m. I had to look out and make sure it wasn't somebody that needed help. I've been waiting for her to come back to let her know. I don't know what kind of riffraff you are that just moved in this neighborhood, but ma'am, don't do that again.
Called the police on her ass.
I was trying to stall them out because it's a little young couple in their parents' house. And if the parents didn't say nothing, she haven't been back. So I'm like, I'm sure the parents will say something. I don't know. But these people that judge us, they sure got a lot of things to be judged for. So anyway, we have discussed erectile dysfunction and how men need to take care of themselves. Ladies, make your appointments for your men and make sure that they go with them. So if you can do all of these things, I can't make that make sense in my head. Like the people that more people is like, oh, try this threesome, this club, that. And then when it comes to their health, oh my gosh, I heard of one that not only has problems down there because he takes medicine, but he also has really bad breath because he's scared of the dentist.
He don't even need to be around women until he get his life right.
He has a wife and a girlfriend.
Well, they both nasty men too.
Did you be with a man who had erectile dysfunction? That was the last question.
I really don't think I can. He would have had to be normal before, and then it just came around. But then I would be like, Jesus, like, no, we need to go to the doctor and see what is going on, sir. Like, because I can't keep taking this ride with you.
Would you support a man that, I need to look it up while I'm asking, would you support a man that wanted to get enlargement? I couldn't find the stats on that, but would you support a man that wanted to get enlargement? How much is it?
I don't know. I feel like if it was satisfying me, that I would probably try to talk him out of it. But because it must be an insecurity of his if he feels like he has to do that. But if he was satisfying me, then I would try to talk him out of doing that.
So, how much does it cost? Penis enlargement surgery cleared for commercial use under Food and Drug Administration, FDA. The device is FDA cleared for cosmetic enhancements. The procedure has an out-of-pocket cost of $15,000 with a $1,000 deposit up front. So I wonder if it is based on how many
inches they want.
Yeah, what you said. I wonder if it's based on that. What his mouth do? Piss her off? He clowns her about her vajayjay, and her response is, "It's because you put your mouth on my vajayjay."
Girl,
the world is undefeated. The world is undefeated. So, yeah. Oh, it's is based on what you will actually get done. So you can get fat injections, and that starts at 14, and it's 3 treatments. You usually get that after liposuction. Um, you can get an implant that starts at 16 to 25. Uh, division of ligaments. Why would you want to divide your ligaments, bro?
I have no idea. I would have to look into all that.
Okay. You're a nurse. Just wondering if you knew. Don't you hate when people do that? People be like, "Oh, you have a master's degree. Do you know this?" And I'll be like,
Yeah,
"That is not."
I'm like, I don't know why they would want to do it. I need to look into it.
That's not what my degree is in at all.
That's what I was thinking too.
Will that damage his performance?
Yeah, it seemed like it would.
Maybe that's why the ligament thing is needed.
I would have to really look into that to see. Now I'm nosy and want to figure it out.
I don't know. How does that conversation go? Hey, baby, I'm going to Miami to make my thing bigger. No, you could just go to LA. You don't have to go far. The one I just looked up in LA. So maybe Miami, that's why there's a ligament one. Because Miami's probably
cheaper.
Just like it's less expensive for us. That could be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then there's one for, it's called Alloderm, and that starts at 10,000 to 15,000, 3 treatments. And it says tissue reabsorption likely within 1 year. So, Alondra, it sounds like it does not mess up. Because it would make sense to get it bigger if it's gonna mess up your.
Yeah, I was just about to say if it's gonna mess it up, then you just stay small. Damn.
And if it's like I'm with you. So the fat injection one can cause deformities as the body slowly absorbs the injected fat over time. The fillers can decrease vascularity to the penis, interfering with erectile function.
Boy, stay your size. Hell. You gonna have all that big stuff and then can't do nothing with it.
That makes no sense why you would get that unless you have like cancer down there or something. It would make no sense, but then that wouldn't be plastic surgery. Those odds don't sound good, man. Don't do that. Look it up. You can go to himplant.com. That's what I'm looking at. And it's a blogger that's writing about it with physicians, and you can get a consultation if that is what you want. I would say don't allow the same thing y'all tell us because it's across the board. Last thing, don't allow your insecurities to make you do something that's going to hurt you, because to me, I don't even see how women are still getting BBLs, because that is the highest fatality rate, especially in African American women. It's not worth it.
They've been saying that about BBLs, and women are just saying they'll take their chances. They've been saying
until they sitting on the table crying like all the girls that's crying and want them out. Then it's
just think about old boy's baby mom that passed away last year when she got it, and just think people was like, oh, people need
Jackie O.
Yeah, Jackie O, and how people was like, oh, that's sad. I ain't gonna, like, women need to stop. Next week, everybody was back on it. Like, it was somebody that literally went like 2 days later after she had passed and did their journey on them getting it done.
Same doctor?
No, she go to Goals? No, don't give me the lying.
I don't know, but I know everybody is on them for Miss Netta and Charles.
That's a whole topic, right? So that's disgusting.
Right. Bigger isn't always better. It's not.
Yeah, they're using them. They're making a mockery out.
They're exploiting them.
Yeah, and those two they are, because Miss Netta should not have been getting nothing done on her body. The first thing she should have been getting done to her body is a dermatologist.
And why didn't she get skin removal from losing all that weight? That piece in the middle that's sitting there? It's from weight loss.
When they showed his body, I was like, oh, he lost a lot of weight.
I haven't seen Miss Netta. Jesus, I'm sorry.
No,
I haven't seen her.
When they took it off at Goals to show what they was going to do. Oh, girl, yeah, that's when they took it off. I was like, okay, he lost a lot of weight. So why wouldn't he get a tummy tuck and all that skin removed before he got a BBL? Like, it literally made no sense to me.
Right. And Charles giving him a 6-pack and everything. I saw his results, and it's like you didn't take the love handles off or nothing. You just took it from right here.
I wonder, did he get liposuction? Literally, just think, after you get that, you're swollen. So
okay, so it might be swollen.
Yeah, that's why I said.
Okay.
Why would they?
Well, why post the pictures?
Yes, you are very swollen.
Okay.
It made no sense to me. So, but them, Mrs. Netta a dermatologist should have reached out to her.
They've been giving her regular facials and stuff. It don't make no sense. I'm sorry, but a dude going to make his stuff bigger by implant is either trying to be a point, or must have got clowned by several.
Yeah. But if you in a relationship,
but if it's gonna not work, brother, why would you want to risk that? It don't matter if it's gonna be bigger if it don't work.
If a man that went to go get that, he has insecurities. Well, they say that about women too, but really, a man, if you want to go get your stuff bigger, you
with those kind of odds, I would think so.
You can have a little thing and still know what you're doing. Because it's been they have big
ones. The bigger ones have not been the better ones for me.
Yeah, the big ones, they don't even know what they're doing. They think
because they're too confident.
Big. Yeah, just because it's big that you doing something. Like, boy, sit down.
Immediately at your mama's house and start back over in her womb. Anyway, that's information I tried. Anything you want to say on the way out?
No.
Love yourself. Do your research. Take care of your health. I'm like, how you nurse? Take care of your health. Go to the doctor. Have those important conversations. When in doubt, because some of us don't know our fathers. They ask for your father's information and your mother. If you don't know it, then the answer is yes. So you can get something checked. Get whatever you want checked. Go to the doctor as often as you need to, but pay very close attention to your medical and dental. A lot of things can happen to you from your teeth and infections and things like that. So be more, that's self-care, that's self-love. External don't matter if you got a horrible inside. So take care of yourself, treat yourself well, get some vitamin D, sit on a D, love a D. That's it for me. What about you, Remy?
You said it all.
So we will see you tomorrow on her channel. Talk to Rose, 8 p.m. on YouTube. Everybody have an amazing week, and I will see you back on Thursday for another game night where we harass JoJo and catch him up in his backwards unraveled truths. Good night.